Welcome everybody to the Trisbrina Show. I am the Tris.
And I am the Brina.
And today is part 2 of our energy power. Where are we going with this?
Portals.
We're going into Portal Land. The trilogy of your energy centers. It's going to be so good. We had a lot of emails from y'all saying you loved it. And then we did a workshop and you loved that. So we're going to give you kind of a top level condensed version of these 3 power portals. They're like 3 brains in your body. But before we get to that, say hi in the chat. How y'all doing? Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Christina.
And Barbara.
Who was first in the door today?
Jennifer, Debbie
McMasters.
Miss Beeswax. Miss Bees.
Bee is here. Hello there. And I saw Barbara hot on the trail after Debbie and Jennifer's there. Welcome. You know, this is our weekly show and we dive into all things energy. Our company, Satori Method, if you know the word Satori, means awakening. We love to awaken more health, more clarity, and consciousness.
Yes.
And we're wearing the angel shirt today.
Oh.
Yeah, the angel's coming back. We're feeling that angelic bliss. So, yes, let's dive in.
That almost looks like, do you guys, when you growing up, did you or your older brothers or younger brothers have black light posters in their room?
I did.
You did?
On the wall, on the ceiling.
Larry did.
They were cool. I had like a panther.
That kind of looks like a black light poster.
Yeah, we need to get the black light now. Check it out. So, hello, Alexandra. Nice to see you. Thank you for your message. I hope that you get to feeling better soon. She took a spill. Yeah, she bumped her leg and shoulder, and it's been a bit of a mess. So, sending love and healing vibrations your way, my dear. So, today...
Well, this is where you want to be for healing.
This is a great place for
topic.
healing. We have been practicing and studying and enjoying these energy arts for quite a while now. And we really, really love bringing them to you in a sensible way that's easy to understand why you're doing what you're doing, what's going on with the energy work, how does it work. And we had a workshop, the energy equation, just the other day. Perhaps you've been there. And during that energy equation, we talked about these energy centers. And they're like 3 brains in the body. That's the 3 power portals. A portal is a place where information comes to and through, kind of like a camera.
Should.
Unless it's all jacked up. Like our camera lens. If it was all film on it or like, we had a cap on it, you couldn't see us. So it needs to be clear and open. And that's what energy work does.
Yeah, like we were actually teaching someone how to live stream their classes. And I was like, you need a better camera. She got a better camera. Like, you need better lighting. Got better lighting. And I'm like, you may need to clean your lens. And she wiped it off and I'm like, perfect.
She thought she needed a new camera. See, sometimes you think, I need a new body. No. You got to clean off the portal.
Just got to get those blocks off.
It's a real thing. Energy is information. If you think about it, there's information flowing to us from around us in what's called the quantum field. There's information and energy inside our bodies. We were born with a fully charged energy battery, and over time, that energy gets depleted, pinched off, becomes sluggish. You get energy deficiency, also known as Qi deficiency, but you can replenish the energy, and you can learn to read the energy, and it's information. And we've also been likening this to like a radio station where you're trying to get information, a clear signal to play your favorite song, but it's staticky and you just gotta take a little tweak and it comes in beautiful.
Right. So let's say you want to listen to the analogy. There's a certain type of healing that you're seeking. So you're trying to get that frequency so that your body can upgrade to the frequency of healing in that area. But it's real staticky because you're actually not on the right radio station. Or you're on FM and the healing station is on
Sirius XM.
No, this is Sirius.
Yeah, satellite.
Seriously.
It's way better. So we want the purest information we can get, and it's there. It's always there, and we just want to be able to receive it and perceive it. We were talking this morning in our Life Force Dojo. It's like a school for training. We were talking about before you can perceive information, you first need to process it. Kind of like if you think about on a computer when you load a new software and you see that bar and it says it's going to be another 20 minutes or whatever, and there's a processing power.
Or you're updating your phone.
But on the computer you see a bar and it's in the processing mode, so it's not ready yet to launch the new thing, and you have to wait, and depending on your processing power you have to wait a certain amount of time. If you have a really good processor, it goes right in. So we have an incredible body which has the capacity to do a lot of processing quickly, unless our body's depleted, unless we have too many mind, if we're getting focused and then distracted, and if we can...
Too many windows open.
Too much data trying to process at one time, or trying to use the wrong processor. What does that mean? Well, trying to think too much when you should be feeling more or sensing more in these different brains. So brain number one, we call the power center. For a lot of folks, it's the disempowered center because it's depleted. And we have the heart center, which often can be like a grief center, right? Like a support center, like I'm going through.
Lonely center.
Yeah, the lonely center, the heartbreak center. And then we have the wisdom center, which sometimes can feel like the monkey mind center. And there we got a big old, what's that saying you say? Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Not my circus, not my monkey.
Sometimes the monkeys are going crazy. But if we can clean out our system, and it's important to take care of the whole body so that you can feel energy flowing through your limbs. Those are considered rivers. In the torso, you have things called reservoirs. And then you have these energy centers that are like powerhouses. And if we can get everything working like internal irrigation, we start to heal. When the power center is off on a physical level, you can have back pain or digestive issues. Psychologically, you can feel
insecure, a lack of drive, disempowered.
Yeah.
Just having that trouble making decisions.
When
second guessing yourself.
When the power center's on, like green lights, you feel that drive, you have energy, you are able to heal faster, your body feels strong, you have good circulation. So through the body and the power center.
You can serve others, you can help others because you have the power to do that.
Then when we move up into the heart center, if this brain is shut down, we're going to feel some sadness. We're going to feel disconnected.
Yeah.
It's going to usually cause a feeling of separation, loneliness. It can even lead to like anger. Like, this is a relationship with others center. But when you got green lights, you're feeling very happy, very open. You have the energy to serve. You feel on point and on purpose.
Where positivity is what comes natural. It's not when you have to look at something and say, oh, God, this is awful. How can I look at it differently? No, when the heart center is online, you actually see things for as they are. And it's more of a feeling of, okay, good things happen to me, is your go-to. When the heart center is closed, it's like, nothing is going right. Nothing is going right.
And, when this area is dampened and it affects your mood and you feel the sadness, it depletes and dampens your immune system. A lot of times illness in the body has to do with a broken heart. So we really want that heart to be open, get the green lights, feel the joy flowing, have more empathy, more compassion, a lot of gratitude, and a lot of joy.
Yeah.
And then we got this one up here. When this guy's off, we feel so stressed.
Looping, anxiety, usually some sleep issues because it's very hard to sleep when this is going and going and going and reminding you of all the things that aren't done, of all the things you did wrong, of all the things that could possibly go wrong, and all the bad choices you could make about those things that go wrong.
And then you can worry about those some more.
Yeah.
And on a physical level.
Or maybe it's just me.
Brain fog, headaches, migraines, memory issues. So we want these energy centers open. When this guy's open, you can clear, focused, present, again, driven. You're able to extend your energy and focus on goals.
I feel a sense of easy organization because it feels like a bigger picture rather than being so in it that it's anxiety. I feel like I can pull back and sort of see a big picture, make the choices. It's not being made through stress, but first this, then that.
And these three energy centers, which are the core component of Qigong energy work or moving meditation, is that they're all connected. Kind of like when you're in the shower and the water's flowing and then it starts to get slower. You feel it like change. You've probably had that happen.
Because your mother-in-law turned on the washing machine.
Right. And then somebody else started to water the garden and you're like, hey, what's going on? I don't have enough juice flowing for all of that to be happening. So when you get them aligned, though, they support each other, and you also have more information and energy flowing with less obstruction. Sometimes you've got the foot on the brake and the gas at the same time. Get off that brake and we're flying. So,
well, let me just say that the good news is that might have sounded like a lot and really complicated. And how am I ever going to get my power center working and my heart center and my wisdom center? Or whatever you could be thinking. It's actually because of the way they all work together, and it's their nature to be in tune with each other and to be balanced and be in sync when you know what to do in the right order. It doesn't have to take that long. It really doesn't take that long. You can go from feeling really frazzled in so many ways, and let's just say within eight weeks. Within 8 weeks, if you really practiced and did with your body what you need to do and did with your mind what you need to do, you could totally transform your life and your health.
You can totally transform. A lot of people are looking to the physical to find the solution. And they're overlooking the energy component. And what we are always reminding ourselves and our friends here is energy first. Energy dictates your physical reality. Energy affects your physical body. Energy affects your emotions. Energy dictates the density of this world. So when you're trying to fix stuff and it's not working, go to the energy. Look there. It's sub-awareness. A lot of people don't know that they have an energy system. You have this internal plumbing, this internal irrigation, and that's what Qigong does, is it teaches you how the plumbing works and in what order to fix it, and then how to ramp the energy up, because energy wants to rise. And if you're blocked, it can't rise. And so your vibration, your consciousness gets dimmed. So to increase your consciousness and to feel great, you've got to free up the energy.
And sometimes, with the physical body, it's like, my muscles have been around for 75 years. They're older muscles. These are older bones. This is older skin. And that can sort of be an excuse that we use. But energy is energy. It's just about frequency. It's not like, oh, my energy's old. You're so lucky you have young energy. It's the quality of energy. It isn't the age of the energy. It's the frequency of the energy, and it's what you do with it. So that's really good news, because you don't have to worry about that at all. It has nothing to do with your age.
Nope, it has to do with your level of access. So that's what we wanted to set the stage. Information, education. There's a stage.
Yay!
To understand and receive. That was information what we just sent your way. As some of you are saying, hi Marvis, you're describing me to the letter. Well, we're all in our own way experiencing similar things because our energy systems are this part of our human nature. So when we practice together, and we're going to do some practice today, we want you to sense and feel the benefit of Qigong and this energy equation. And then we want to invite you to join us for a deep dive, because this is our free weekly show, the Trisbrina Show, so we can bring as much as we can bring, but we're doing a deep dive into something called the flow form. Now, we created the flow form right after my back injury, and I was so into Qigong, and Qigong was the big needle mover. It really changed the game.
I used to make fun of him. It's like, can we talk about something besides that?
Qigong. And since all those years ago, we've learned so much. And so that program is getting a big upgrade.
So the home study program, if you have a copy of the flow form, is incredible, and the curriculum is magnificent. But then what we do is we take people who want more, who want to get our eyeballs on them, and we work with them in what we call a deep dive through Zoom. So we can say, hey, Mary Ellen, do you know one of your legs are turned out this way? Hey, Bob, your shoulder's up. Hey, let's straighten that spine, so we help you get the most out of the program. So it isn't that the curriculum is changing. It's the technique and the approach and how we do it that we're taking to 2.0. And that is only in the deep dive, or if people want to get a certification.
There's a new articulation coming through. And I'll tell you, today I was practicing and I was doing the whole form. And I was like, oh my gosh, so much more is being shown. You ever think you knew something and then you learn it again? You're like, oh my gosh, I missed that the first time. Or I had no idea this went that deep. I was more top level. It just keeps unpacking. And I'm so in love with the flow form. In fact, I want to give you a link so you can check this out later. You'll see the flow form on this page. There's actually 6 videos on this page. And one of them gives you a sneak peek to some of the movements. And there's an invitation from us. And there's students who have been through this program with us.
Watch those videos of students who have been through the program.
So sweet.
Yeah,
we're so grateful that this is so effective. So if you're looking for something else to go deep, you're like, you know what, I really want energy to work for me, and I want that more masterful approach.
Yeah.
This is for you.
And it's like one of the only ways to work with us where we can see you. So there's limited spots because we can only have X number of people on the screen.
Yep.
It is crazy, hugely discounted. So what we do, instead of charging a really high amount and then having a handful of scholarships, we make it super affordable for everyone and payment plans. So you're really getting like a scholarship rate.
And there's a certification there. If you would like to teach and be one of our students and certified by us, this is your time.
And if you already have been through the certification and you're like, I just want to do it again, I just want to be in those live sessions and work with you.
What are you doing with that?
Then you'll get an email about how to do that at a discount.
Okay,
I use that for my clothes.
That's
Don't
cute.
take 'em off.
I would love to show you some movements today. I'm going to pull a few of them from the flow form. This will be like a mini workshop. It'll be similar, probably different, but similar from the workshop we did the other day. Much shorter, more condensed. We consider this the Cliff Note Qigong training. Okay, so let's have some fun.
So we're going to change the microphone so you can hear Tristan better back there. And then I'm going to scooch over to the side because the camera can only focus on one thing at a time. Da, 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 da.
All right.
The bonuses that come with that deep dive program are pretty incredible. It's a whole routine to free your fascia, a full body drumming routine, a standing meditation routine. It's, check that page out later, satorimethod.com/yes.
Okay, gonna change up the mic. I know we've got some tech checkers here because I saw y'all. You'll let me know in a second. I'm just gonna play a little bit of music in the background. Nothing too loud. And let's just don't go too mental right now. Just have fun doing the moves with me. And spend time trying to feel the energy and the emotion of the energy. Remember, emotions are how you read your energy, your thoughts and your feelings, emotion. Let's just enjoy the movements and the feelings that they create within our bodies. Cool? Okay, we'll have a check-in after we do, I don't know, let's see. Let's maybe shoot for 7-8 minutes worth of training. You can get a lot in that short amount of time. Okay, changing the mic. Seeing a lot of feedback in the chat about folks who have done a deep dive with us, and they're giving it a lot of thumbs up. Thank you for that. Okay, how does that sound, folks? I'm ready to roll if you're ready. My wife is my coach. I'm bowing in with you. All right, here we go. We're going to touch those 3 energy centers. The wisdom center, just touch the forehead and just tap a little bit and feel like you're a portal that's receiving information, okay? You can also tap the top of the head. You have a gate here and a gate here. You got lots of gates, but these are 2 powerful gates to feel energy flowing to and through you. And then lightly just touching the heart. Because what you're doing is you're activating with mental awareness these areas. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Put your hand here. Maybe you haven't talked to your heart in a while. Your heart has a brain. It is very intelligent. There's a knowing within. And we're asking that area to activate. Hello, my friend. Okay. And then lightly place your hands on your tummy. And below the belly button in the center of the body is the lower portal known as the power center. And as you're holding your hands here, just connect to your breath. draw your breath through the top portal, down through the heart center, into the lower belly. In Qigong, it's called the lower dantian. And it's a beautiful area that you can process information and then perceive insights. This area that we're breathing into is the master instinct center. This is the area of great sensation, your awareness, all your senses coming in and noticing, feeling. It's a great brain. All right, we're going to bend the knees, open the feet, and we'll start to ground the body a little by bouncing and shaking. So remember, we said that we have rivers, the arms, the legs, and through the torso. And the rivers have tissue all around them, connective tissue known as fascia. And when fascia is tight, it pinches off the flow of your qi. So there's movements in the flow form and in Qigong to free the fascia, open the channels, and heal the body. So we're bouncing, we're shaking our hands. We're going to bring them up a little. If you can bounce through your knees, that's ideal. And we'll shake all the way up. Shake it up, baby. Now let it float down and sense. So you're perceiving now the energy of the body. And it doesn't take long, especially if you're consistent with Qigong, you'll feel your energy body right away. Now we're standing. This is a standing meditation known as Zhang. The knees are slightly bent. That creates what's called a bow. 2 bows, 2 legs. Rounded elbows, bow 3 and 4. Slightly rounded shoulders to the front, bow number 5. And this is probably the most important bow. It's a light smile on the face. And that helps to lift energy up. Even if you have to put it there, it's going to affect your energy system through the mechanisms that a smile activates, and it helps energy to rise up into the heart and then the brain. This is why the best Qigong teachers are always reminding their students to smile. There are so many energy arts out there where people are so serious about it, and it looks like they're smelling you know what. They're trying too hard. You've got to bring the innocence, the childlike approach. Okay, good job. So we're standing in this beautiful meditation. This is a check-in. So there'll be times that we come back to this. I'm going to go through a quick body tapping technique. It's a full body. I'm not going to break it down for you. You've probably seen it before. If not, just know this. There are thought patterns that get trapped in the tissue. It's information, and it gets set in cells and tissues. And the tapping helps to percolate and free it up so we can move that energy and increase the quality of the vibration of the energy. Here we go. Up, down. Just going to do a quick round, back of the shoulders. Good job. Down the waist. Hold your arm up as high as you can. Keep smiling. Other arm. Stimulating the body, bringing energy to the surface, increasing circulation. So many benefits to this tapping. It's known as Pai Sha. Tummy, power center. This is a neurological energy complex. We want this area activated. Okay? All right. Legs down the sides, up the insides. Get your booty down your legs. There's a lot more to tapping. This is a very quick top level look at it. Remember, cliff notes today. Lightly drumming on the lower back, but just notice what you're feeling. That stimulation of tissue and the energy pathways inside. So we're rubbing right now. Now we're affecting this area. This is called the belt channel. It connects the upper and lower body, and the power center is right here. So stand, and hands and feet like they were before. Breathe in through your nose. Kind of feel like you're activating this energy gate. And this area is the prefrontal cortex, where we're processing data. It's the executive thinking part of the brain. breathe and slow your breath and pull your breath down in your belly, and it helps to turn off that noisemaker. Just standing. And what do you feel? Please just notice. So we're moving from processing and tapping into perceiving. And perception isn't always here because you have 3 brains. So this brain, which is what we're working on, can perceive. What does it tell you? It will tell you through sense awareness. This is the master sense instinct. And sometimes it will tell you, hey buddy, time to slow down. Hey buddy, time to give a little more love and self-care to the body because the body's a temple. Hey buddy, time to breathe a little bit slower. Calm your nervous system. Slow that heart rate. Feed more oxygen to the brain. Pull more life force in with a deep breath. And energy work is not complicated. The only thing that makes it complicated is you overthinking it. I gotta learn all this stuff. You don't. Master one thing. And mastery is transferable. And then master the next and build upon your mastery. We say master your mastery. So can you master standing and breathing and perceiving what's happening? Because when you can perceive, you can make very educated decisions about your next best move. When you're up here, split focus, dealing with the noisemaker, very difficult to make wise decisions. Right here, stoke your fire. Okay, so we're just flowing the hands in and out. It's called the accordion. And we're breathing out on the in and breathing in on the out. And I want you to take it a step further and imagine, you might want to close your eyes to improve your imagination. Imagine that your hands are inside your tummy. Try it. And you're helping to activate and circulate the energy in this power center. Now I can feel the electromagnetic energy not only in front where my hands are and between my hands, but I can feel it inside my belly. That's my power center. And it feels beautiful to move this area. Now here's something else. You can keep going with this or you can pause. Keep the hands focusing to each other. You're opening an energy gate in your palms, which is so important in Qigong because when you start moving the Qi, you want these energy gates to help move the energy. And you can also point them towards the body. And that's like turning little flashlights on in your hand. And with awareness, remember, using the mind and awareness, we can direct the Qi into the power center and help activate it. So you can take your accordion now and you can do it in and out. This is called packing the Qi. You're just putting more energy in this area. Now, yes, it's a power center and it's important to feel empowered and grounded and confident and stable, but it's also important to have the feminine principle, yin energy, which is nurture and heal. So sometimes, now I would just pause and hold, we can hold a lot of stress and emotional angst, and that causes fear and nervousness in this tissue and this energy, psychological, neurological energy area. We don't want that, because if we want the energy to rise, and that's its natural propensity, it will get stopped right here. Because this brain will say, I'm not letting this energy rise, I'm putting a gate, because this has fear and nervous and anxiety, and it's a self-defense mechanism to protect itself from energy that's still unprocessed. So what are you doing here? You're breathing in a feeling of peace, love, nurture, be tender. Let go of the heat right now. We don't need the fire right now. We can use fire, But right now we're going gentle. Breathe into your belly and just make a sigh. And imagine you're clearing out any energy that you don't need anymore. You're processing. Breathing in. Let it go, let it flow. And do that one more time. Soften yourself. This is how you begin to master your energy system. Now we're going to make some little circles, and we're going to encourage the energy to start to climb the stairway to heaven. So heaven's up here, yeah? Heaven energy, earth energy. We want the energy to rise. Now it might not fully open and go all the way through yet, but in time it can. But you're training and in training the energy so it knows what you want it to do. Its natural propensity is to rise, but you're saying, hey, you might have been trapped down here for a while. It's safe. We'll bring it up into the heart space and just make some circles here. And just start to feel the heart trusting, being open for energy to rise inside, up through the heart. And now we're just going to hold this beautiful meditation posture. This is a standing meditation, and these are movements inside the deep dive that we're going to do. And I will teach you, if you join us, how to master teaching if you want to be certified, how to explain this. Once you understand it, then you can easily share it because it makes sense. There's so many techniques out there, so many concepts, so many YouTube videos, and you don't want to piecemeal this thing together. You want to really learn in the right way how to work this for yourself, and then if you want to share with your friends or volunteer and help. There's a big movement right now in Qigong because the research is showing, there's incredible research coming out about meditation and moving meditation, real science. It's been coming for years, but there's some real needle movers out there right now. Peer-reviewed studies about how energy is changing lives and healing bodies. So if this ever feels too much, holding the arms here, bend your elbows down and bring your hands in closer. Put one in front of the other. And now we're going to go into a perceiving stance. Soften your gaze. Keep your body relaxed. You can sit if you need to, but draw your attention into the heart space. And let's connect to feelings of gratitude. And let's take gratitude into an energy that eventually wants to extend itself, and that is kindness. Gratitude in service is the extension of kindness. To feel kindness is such a beautiful consciousness. Kindness with yourself and kindness to others. You can sense the warmth happening between your hands and your heart, and the heart will open like a flower. If you've ever looked at the images that the yogis drew of the lotus flowers and the petals opening, these energy brains open. And when they open, it's so gorgeous. All right, good job. We're going to continue. What I'm going to have you do now is reach down and pull the energy up. This is right out of the flow form, and it's called parting clouds. So we're creating space right now for the wisdom center to allow for energy to come up through the body, and also clearing blockage around here, opening up, parting clouds. Because the wisdom center will receive energy from the heart, and the heart and the brain go into a state known as coherence, completely aligned and balanced, and they start communicating together. And in your most advanced trainings, you can receive information coming in through the top of the head, the crown. That is called a download. When the energy comes up through your heart, it's an upload. We encourage our students to work on upload first, because information has been encoded in your heart. When your grandmother or a mentor told you, trust your heart, follow your heart, that's not just a nice little cliche. There is information in the heart that has been placed in there for a reason, and it's for you to discover and open up that information and be guided by soul, if you will. Heart guidance is the best guidance, and then later be open to other guidance. Okay, so that is called parting clouds, and we're going to do one more, and then we're going to bring the chi up, and we're going to create a funnel position with our palms up. You can hold the funnel in front of your prefrontal cortex area. This is known as the yin tang, third eye. Or if you can get your arms up higher, put it over the top of the head to crown, the ba hui. And you're just in receptive mode. Energy's coming up, but you're also open to receive. Close the eyes. And what's happening up here? Clarity, receiving insight. When the heart and brain unify, great insight pops. It's known as a satori. Good work. Just stay with it. Feel open. And if the arms ever get too tired, watch. Just let them float down, because they can be grounded with the earth, but you can stay up top and feel like you're open and receiving information in the brain. You can feel it rising up. And when you feel ready, you open up and you feel it coming down. You can decide which one feels best right now. And a cool, clear, open mind is such a gift. And we're going to now very slowly close our session, and we're going to put one hand in front of the other. This is called the Qi cross close. Start above the head, and now we're going to balance and integrate the wisdom and the heart and the power center. We'll do this 3 times, and you're sealing your session with this. Good job. Close the eyes and just feel. Can you feel that energy alignment taking place? I know some of you are feeling the warmth and the magnetic energy, because when you put both hands stacked like this, there's quite a bit of information being processed through those energy centers. And of course, there are gates that feed the centers. We'll go through all of this if you join us for the deep dive, and boy, it's going to be deep and incredible insights. So back to Wuji. So now we're in a perception state. So we just stand in stillness, and we're not trying to process and perceive with the mind, but we want to feel with the entire system. The brain in your brain, the brain in your belly, and the brain in your being. Okay, thank you for allowing me to share this with you. Please come on, join us, and let me know, let Sabrina know, how are you feeling? What happened? And don't worry about thinking, just what are you feeling?
What are you feeling?
Oh, I'm just so happy this is my life. I'm so happy this is what I get to share. This is my job.
Yeah.
I just love these arts. I love how I'm so excited about the flow form, y'all, right now, because so many levels of you, I heard me say master your mastery, just from being consistent all these years, more and more is being shown, and the way to articulate it.
And it's not, it's simple things.
Very simple, but very profound.
Mm-hmm.
I feel great.
I think a lot of our students that ended up getting certified was because they just started feeling so good, and they were like, how can I do more of this? Well, I could share it with others, or I could add that to what I'm already doing. You know. So glad to not be thinking right now, Jennifer says. Debbie says, juicy.
You know, there's a interesting thing about learning something as if you're going to teach, even if you have no intention. You end up learning so much more and retaining more because your approach and the lens you're looking through is more like, how would I translate this and share it? So if you really want to master energy, I would say go deep dive. Kevin just said it. He said last year, there's what Kevin said. He did it. He's really glad he did it. I'm really glad you did it too, buddy.
Yeah, I like that Laura said transported into peaceful bliss. Laura is a certified instructor.
There she is.
There she is.
And you know,
And we talked about your camera earlier, Laura.
Oh, that's
I don't know if
right.
you heard us.
Marvis is here. She said, I feel great, and it made you a little sleepy. That's perfect.
And maybe it made you aware that your body is in need of rest, because sometimes I find that I'm going. And when I kind of calm the energy down, I realize that I actually needed a rest. And the energy that I was going on was more of that kind of energy where I get burned out rather than this
Overdrive.
consistent flow. Yeah.
Overdrive. Well, I know we went a little bit over, but do you want to share anything about the deep dive or the certification?
Yes, I'll just sort of explain what it is. So, of course, you have access to our home study program, which is a module on fundamentals, the power center, the heart center, the wisdom center, and flowing those together. So we would call that like the curriculum or the choreography. But what is meant by deep dive is, in addition to that, you get 7 pre-recorded modules where we take things deeper that we filmed a few years ago, and those are given to you 2 times a week, starting next week. And you can go through those at your own pace. You have absolute forever access to those. But I think like the most important thing is that we get together on Zoom, usually on the weekends, midday, and well, actually something really special is happening this time, because we are refilming all those deep dive modules, and we're taking everything to 2.0. So whoever does just this time, the training, they're going to be invited to watch us as we film and record the 2.0 deep dive trainings, and then we can have Q&A about that. And then we watch you do the moves and tell you how you can feel more energy, or if you need a modification. And we really work with the group that goes through it to get them huge results over these 6 or 7 weeks. In addition to that, we give you all the bonuses that we think that you can need to get even more out of the program, like the freeing of your fascia activator, because you can do that before the flow form, a full body drumming, full body tapping routine, the standing meditations. That's all I could think of off the top of my head. And then with the certification option, you get everything I just said, because you got to get your own deep dive on if you're going to share it with others. But then the certification people have all their own bonuses. We get together live on Zoom for teacher training, aspects of teacher training. How do you teach? How do you talk? How do you demonstrate? How do you help the student retain it? How do you even get students? Just in our years of teaching so much, we wanted to not just give you pre-recorded trainings, which you get. You get a program called Lights, Camera, Action. You get a program called DIY Simple Studio Setups, which is how to create 8 sets in one room of your house. We sell that program for $1,000. And you get a workshop on how to monetize your certification. But then there's these labs where we actually get to practice teaching, and you get to tell us, hey, I want to teach in person. I'm not sure, maybe for a corporation. Maybe I want to go into a yoga school. Maybe I just want to donate my time at a senior activity center. And when we figure out what's the best thing for you to do in order to do that, and then we can even practice with each other, and people can have spotlights. So it is really robust, and that's why it changes people's lives so quickly. For those of you wanting to do the certification, we'll start having the first exam, which is on Zoom, and it's only based on the curriculum. It's only based on knowing the steps. And everything else you can go through at your own pace. I think by November. So if you wanted to, you could start teaching by the end of November, or really start getting prepared to kick something off at the beginning of the year.
Can I just say I'm so grateful to you for remembering all those things, because there's no way I could say any of that right now. You're so good
Well,
at
there's
remembering all the
so much
details.
more. Like for the certification, you get marketing material, you get a badge to put on your website or on your Facebook page. You have the eligibility to be listed on our website. I mean, it's really, really good. Most programs like this are at least 5 times what we're charging, at least 5 times. And whoever goes through right now, you're getting this 2.0 version at the 1.0 price. So this is a very, very special, like anybody who's like, I'm going to do it someday. Don't do it someday. Do it this time.
Go ahead and look around and see what's out there. And I think you'll be surprised at how much is being offered. But that's how we roll. We always over-deliver. We believe in abundance. There's more than enough to go around. So let's just share the love. And we are going to have an incredible time with the people who do this with us, because we always do. Look at the videos. You'll see the other students who've gone through it. They're touched by love. They feel incredible. There's not only
read it too.
There's not only 20 movements that we'll teach you in the flow form that circulate the life force. Like 20, you did 1 parting class. Well, maybe 2, but 20 that are so cool. They're very fun. They're so good for your body as well, your joints, your legs, your hips, your spine. They're really good. They're really good. And we're going to dive deep into mastering the energy centers and get the life force moving through them, processing information, then perceiving and getting it to rise. And look, at the end of the day, I think the reason our lives are working the way they're working is our energy's clean.
And the relationships.
It's flowing really, really well. The 3 brains are in alignment. Our focus isn't split. And so we actually have a lot of drive, and we're driven from a place of service and love, and it just makes things work. So this is quite a comprehensive practice. And like, you're probably seeing people say a lot of amazing things about the program.
Yeah.
You will not regret that you did this. It's really beautiful.
Oh, and a question that keeps coming in. If I think I want the deep dive and then within 30 days I change my mind, I want to upgrade to the certification, can I? Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. Thank you, Barbara. Satori method always over-delivers and gives so much more, always. The value is immeasurable, truly life-changing, and everyone can participate. That's true.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter what level of skill or your age.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Or some type of what you perceive as a handicap. We've helped so many people figure out how they can benefit.
That's maybe even why doing the deep dive is a great idea, because you might already own one of our home study courses, but you need modifications. So come and do that so that we can personalize and customize with you. Okay? And we're not going to have a ton of people, so there is enough time for us to be with you and connect with you. And don't be...
And we're not scary.
I was going to say, don't be spooked at all. Like, we're not going to be heavy or hard or judge. I mean, we're going to teach you really, really well, but we're light and playful, and I just think you're going to love it. So there you go.
Your body will love it. Everyone says, read on the page what they say, that their health and vitality completely transform in these 6 to 8 weeks together. And then you have all that material. And for those of you that are in our Life Force Mastery Dojo, what I love is all the technique that you learn in this deep dive, then you get to apply it in every single thing you do in the dojo. So it really up-levels everything, because the foundation is always the same. Those energy foundations, and you can transfer that to every move you're doing.
That's it, kids.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun.
What does Dad say?
No, you can put that little in the earworm.
Yeah, Dad has a little ditty he sings a lot.
Have a beautiful Thursday, or whatever day you're watching this. Thanks for joining us on the Trisbrina Show.
And we hope we'll see you in the Deep Diver certification or somewhere.
Yeah. Much love. Bye.